Good afternoon, hello, I'm Daniel. This is the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. I've been very kindly joined today by Dan Bigham. Dan, thank you very much for your time today.
Cheers, thank you.
People might wonder, why is Dan Bigham on the TriathlonDan YouTube channel? I feel like you need to come clean.
Right.
Tell us where you started before just cycling became a thing for you.
I was one of those like wet cyclist runner things. Yeah. Unfortunately, that is my background. Don't Google it. There's some bad images out there.
Club relays, I know you're a big fan of.
Club relays. I decked it there on the last corner actually. Yeah, look like an absolute idiot. I've had some fun times in the world of triathlon.
Brilliant. I actually think it's a bit of a shame you didn't go further in the triathlon world because there's loads less rules to navigate than the UCI.
Yeah, I'll give you that, but that's not the fun, is it?
No.
We want to push the rules.
Exactly, right. I don't think Dan needs an introduction, but just in case anybody doesn't know who you are, I've got a little list.
Go for it.
So Dan, you're responsible for putting Barbados on the map. Team Who What By was, one of your big things, and I was a big fan of that, absolutely loved it. Lighting up the domestic elite scene in the UK. I still think about, and I was ill the other week, and I spent all the time watching bike racing videos, the Tour of Britain team time trial, and Cy Wilson snapped his chain, like what could have been.
Man, that was gutting as well. We were on for one that day.
You only said, was it 15 or 16 seconds down?
Pretty close, yeah. If we had sight of him, he was like 1k in, he snapped his chain or something. Yeah, gutting.
Got it. Obviously, you've gone on to other things since then. UCI our record, working for Ineos, now Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe, become a dad, juggling all these things, running, what shop. Life's pretty busy, is it?
Yeah, definitely very busy, but yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. It's quite enjoyable to have so many different things going on that you can really get your teeth stuck into. And yeah, now I'm not riding my bike professionally as such, then I can really throw myself into helping other people go quick.
The one bit of your Palmares which does get to me a little bit is, despite the best efforts of me and 7 of my friends, you do hold the Via Gellia KOM as well in Derbyshire.
I was talking about that this morning actually, I was. I love that comp, it's probably my favourite comp by some margin. Right. I hit it real hard that day, it was just pristine conditions, pristine legs, just everything, dreamy. I've actually got the GoPro of the onboard. I undertook HGV at the first corner, which is mental when you think about it, but
Well, just to get my excuses in ahead of time now, the surface is loads worse.
Oh right, it was never great, mate, come on.
But that day was inspired by your team pursuit strategy. You had 7 riders peeling off, Adam Kenway to deliver the finish, and it just wasn't quite the day, but we gave it our all.
I wish you luck next time.
Thanks for the inspiration. But Dan, we're at the Gralloch, a UCI gravel race, because now you've come to the day where you're a gravel pro. How does that fit in with your career?
The definition of who I am. Why am I here? I asked myself the same question. I'm not a gravel pro. I've never raced gravel. This is my first gravel race. Straight in at the deep end and pick a little local thing, but I mean, everyone's jumping on the bandwagon, why not, hey? And obviously not trying to race on the track quickly anymore, so it seems like a fun thing to go and do. Obviously a lot of friends doing this, it's a nice social event at the same time, and thought why not, it's another chance to build a bike up, so did exactly that.
So is it a bit of fun, or are you giving it a bit more of a crack this year, or is it tomorrow an experiment?
I will push the pedals very hard tomorrow. Where that gets me, who knows, and probably not as far as it would have got 12 months ago, but that's just who I am now as an athlete, and kind of have to accept that, I'm 30, 40, 50 watts off where I was into the Olympics, but it's just enjoyable nonetheless, isn't it, to go and race and see what you get.
Great, well it's great to see you here. We're here to talk about your bike because bikes is a keen interest of yours, and gravel I think is the perfect sport for you because there's basically no rules other than the spirit of gravel.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, exactly. But talk us through what you're riding today and what sort of setup you've put on it, and also if you're thinking about changing some things immediately. But I can see it's a 3T Explorer, but firstly, why 3T?
Why 3T? So this project began just before the Olympics last year, when I thought I'd probably have a go at some gravel post games. Actually, I wanted to do Rebellion Way with one of my close friends, James. It didn't fit in after my crash. I'd done my shoulder and needed to do a lot of rehab and couldn't do a 320k gravel ride.
That's the fastest known route time, isn't it?
Fastest known route time, yeah. So I lived literally on the course. So I'm wrecking it for a go at the FKT pretty soon. But I thought I'd build a bike up, search Aero gravel bike, pretty much 3T sits top of the list. I actually made a bit of a faux pas really, and I'm going to call 3T out on this one. Their website did say clearance up to, I don't know, it was like 56 mil width as measured, and now it has an asterisk 650V. And I'm like, hold on, that wasn't there when I bought this frame.
I thought they had bigger clearance than this as well.
Yeah, so I'm a bit tight on the old clearance. So it's 3T Racemax Explorer or Explorer Racemax, whatever it is. I'm on 45 front, 40 rear. Measured is 47, 42. So I've got some custom detail bike tech wheels, so 32mm internal hooks, which is pretty cool, on some Hope Pro 5 hubs. I mean, Hope is like a common theme across the entire bike. Really like like Hope. I mean, obviously rode the Hope bike at the Olympics. I just love British engineering, and they do it really well. Like, they don't mess about. It's proper, good quality engineering, self-serviceable, and just really good products.
I have the brakes on my road bike, and I'm like, oh,
you stop.
They work.
yeah. No, and they look cool as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Four pistons,
exactly.
Chef kiss.
Yeah.
So obviously matching rotors, matching hubs, matching calipers, matching pedals. So yeah, I went with the Hope mountain bike pedals, which actually I think is a bit of a faux pas. I probably would have changed that. I haven't seen everybody riding road pedals here.
I was expecting to see you on speed plays.
Yeah, I know. I literally, I'm an idiot. Why did I not think about this?
And the bearings and all
obviously. Even things like the Q factor. So to fit on the frame, you need the wide SRAM axle, which is another 5mm Q factor. I'm a big fan of narrow, and here I am riding the widest Q factor in the world. So that will definitely change. I mean, to be honest, I'm on the fence of like, do I just buy the Ultra? I think it's Extreme Italia, which gets you actual proper clearance.
And it has some like, exposed carbon on the frame as well.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, and made in Italy as well. I've got a lot of time for that. And also internal cable routing, because that, it hurts my soul looking at that front cable. Like,
talk me through the Cockpit then. It looks like it's from AliExpress. Is it or not?
No, it's not. So that's an NVSES Aero bar.
The offence I've just caused.
How dare you?
I know.
I did have another Cockpit I was weighing up putting on, a Big Rock. Don't know if you've seen them around.
I've got one on my road bike.
Yeah, very nice.
I think it was from one of the Tanfield's eBay account.
Same.
Yeah.
How interesting.
It's like this and like that.
Yeah, super long now, but very light, very stiff. So anyway, that is not this Cockpit. So this is the NVSES. A little mod to get some internal routing into the stem. So then stem internal routes rear cable over the top. Obviously pretty clean.
When you say little mod, you're a fan of a Dremel, am I right in saying that?
I love the Dremel, mate. Yeah, it saves me.
Is that how that happened?
Yes, absolutely.
Got it, fine.
You don't need to know anymore. And then the front brake cable is actually going to go through the stem, down the steerer. I had a custom steerer bung, and it was all designed really nicely. The internet told me I could get that cable through the steerer tube and through the fork crown. The internet lied, and it was not possible on this one. And I threw in the towel, threw a paddy, and accepted that my ego's going to take a hit, and I'll have the front cable out there.
And what's John Archibald had to say about that?
Mate, he loves the front cable. You know, have you seen that old S5?
I've seen him when he laps me at Darley.
Yeah, it's a salad there.
He's on this brake one now, though.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. That is a very nice build. I'll give him that. So that's the Cockpit. It's a Scott Syncross 130mm stem. It's about 10 kilos. Which Aero wins, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like this sort of setup where it's like an Aero cockpit, but you're not bound to a fully integrated system, so you can change the fit a bit easier, can't you?
And I will. I'll play around, and obviously also got a bell.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, just to annoy people in the bunch. Why not? What else am I on? So I'm on SRAM Force, the old version actually. Is it D1, E1, whatever it's called?
D2 is the new one, D1 is the version 1,
Yeah, so again, maybe should have gone red. I went red on my road bike, and I wasn't going to pump more cash into something that I might only ride a handful of times. So yeah, Exploro rear mech, so 1044, and just the standard Force shifters. I'm on the Wolf Tooth 48 tooth Aero chainring with a quad power meter, which I really rate. Got a lot of time for Quark actually, really good units. What else is going on?
I think 48, 44 is a decent enough gear for climbing.
Yeah, so you run the numbers, and like 90 RPM is still, I think it's like 12, 13k an hour. Yeah. So yeah, you're okay. I think people get scared by big chain rings, and actually maths wins out on a lot of this stuff. Just figure out.
There's nothing too steep on tomorrow's route, is there really?
Not at all, no.
It says, I'll be crawling up tomorrow.
Okay. What else has happened? So bottle cages, I actually had some mountain bike cages on that my friend James Sherwood recommended. Just like, these are amazing, you'll never drop a bottle. First ride I did, boom, bottle straight out. So shout out to Cyclismo James for the terrible advice on bottle cages. So I actually only just changed these out yesterday.
Was there a commission-based discount code involved?
Oh yeah. Well, I stole these off Joss's bike, and then she messaged me this morning, have you changed my bottle cages?
No, don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe. I couldn't get them in. Got a Silka pump on there, really good. Maybe I should run CO2s all the time. I've got one, or that will get me home if it hits the fan. Saddlebag, what have I got going on in there? A couple of TPU inner tubes. That's about it, really.
I mean, if you put in a tube in, it's a bad day, isn't it? The other things, you've got a set of plugs.
Yeah, I got plugs, got any tubes, got tyre levers, got a chain link tool. Did actually, spare battery as well, obviously with ETAP, want to be sure.
Yeah, it just dies randomly. Yeah, it's different to just putting your hand up, isn't it, if you've got a problem. Got it. What about sealant, and have you run any liners or anything?
No liners, not a massive fan of them, to be honest. Take up tyre volume, and I like tyre volume. Yeah, it's good for keeping low progressiveness on the tyre. So yeah, 45 front, 40 rear, 60 mil of sealant. I'm running, what sealant am I in? Silka's new one.
Yeah, the one without the bits in that keep clogging up.
Yeah.
I'm still on the bits one.
And then pressure, I'm going to go 26 front, 32 rear.
Okay, interesting.
Currently, anyway. I might change my mind.
Yeah. Are you on a wax chain as well?
Obviously.
Yeah. What about jockey wheels? Are they standard?
They are standard, yeah.
Okay.
Again, dropped my money on the road bike. So yeah, so I had to skimp out a little bit here. What else? 165 cranks. I'm normally on 160s, but they didn't make a 160 in the extra wide. Not yet anyway, I'm sure they will in the future, but yeah, I'll get my hands on that ASAP.
Okay, good. And the ISM saddle, these look a bit old school nowadays, don't they? But is it just, you're just used to it and like it?
It's a sofa, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like so comfortable. And I have them on every bike.
Whenever I've used them, I've had to like, tie the nose together. My thighs are a bit wider than yours, perhaps.
Yeah, I just love them. I've literally had them on every bike, whether it's TT, track, road, obviously gravel, just, yeah, it really ticks the box.
Okay.
What else? Actually, one final detail. I've got the new muck-off big bore valves.
Yeah.
So yeah, just picked them up last week. Really rate them for like inflating your tyre. It's unbelievably easy, and I can just imagine if you have an issue on the side of the road or side of the track, and you just got to sort it. Boom, straight up, no messing.
Being able to get CO2 in, or even an air shot thing indoors, straight in is brilliant for seating tyres, isn't it?
Yeah, and they look cool as well.
There's a whole new world of tech, Dan, that you can explore.
I know. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. It's definitely a new frontier in that respect. And,
onto the race, I think you've come in a little bit like not that talked about. In the Elite Men's preview, you weren't even on it. That's a good thing, right?
I'll take that,
yeah. I mean, you said you're going to pedal hard, but what's your plan tomorrow? You're going to go with the race and see what happens, or?
Yeah, I think it looks like anyway, it's just going to kick off on the climb. So whatever you've got for, whether it's 15 minutes or so, and then take stock at the top and see where we're at. My training volume is wildly erratic and significantly lower than it once was. But
that's dad life, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And to be honest, I'm not going bad. Like, my numbers are still good. I did a crit race this week actually, and went pretty well.
I've seen the picture in you with your Aero head without the visor on.
Lovely, isn't it? Everyone hates you.
Back.
Lotus Test Track is made for me. It's literally up the road as well. I love that place. But yeah, obviously Aero plays less of a game when you're riding at, I don't know, average speeds, 35k an hour. I think probably his winning speed, something around there. So obviously it has an impact, but I think I'm just going to have to try and push the pedals hard, keep with the guys, and yeah, hopefully can somewhat feature. But whatever will be, and it'll be good fun nonetheless.
Good stuff. It's all about the vibe, man. Anyway, never mind the result. Awesome. Well, Dan, thank you very much for your time. Hopefully we'll see you at some of the gravel races later this year. The Nationals isn't a million miles away from you either, up in Yorkshire. So yeah, there's a time trial, have you seen as well?
Is there? Gravel TT?
Quality, yeah. And what I love about it is that it's the same organiser as here.
Yeah.
They've just called it the National Champs. British Cycling don't have one, so they've just coined it. And there's no rules, so disc wheel, clip-on bars, time trial helmet, the lot.
How to wreck a disc wheel in
13k, mostly flat, and a little punchy climb at the end.
Dreamy, mate.
There you go.
I'm in.
Exactly, yeah. Right, well, thank you very much for your time. All the best tomorrow.
Cheers, dude.
See you soon.
Thank you.